Hello and welcome to the 2021 Gemini Full Moon Community Ceremony, the last full moon community ceremony of this year. I am just so excited to be with you. If you're here live or on the recording, know that we send you wishes for the happiest of holy days and a beautiful and healthy start to the new year. If you don't know, my name is Judy Keating, and I get to be a co-creative managing partner with Bonnie Salamon in Wise Transformation, where you open to your soul's alignment through our teachings. So we're just so grateful that you're here. And today, I always like to give our intention statement. We are two women intent on bringing elemental wisdom and feminine magic back into everyday life. And we do that in a variety of ways. So today, this is a format most people are familiar with. I'm going to talk to you about some upcoming events. We'll call in sacred space using the elements. We'll talk about the timing. Then we'll use the Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle to get some guidance for ourselves for this very auspicious full moon. It'll take about an hour, maybe a little less. So Monday, that I made a mistake, ladies. That should say 1 p.m.
Right.
And it should say 2022. Boy, did I make a boo-boo. Please excuse me. All
and
right.
It should say December
20th.
20th.
Yeah. So I must have I was grabbing slides and throwing them in, and I just made a big boo-boo. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop share for a second. I'm going to tell you the winter solstice ceremony is December 20th at 1 p.m.
Okay.
with Bonnie Salamon.
Okay.
You will get a reminder if you are on our email list. You will get a reminder an hour before.
Good.
So Monday coming up, December 20th, 2021 at 1 o'clock with Bonnie.
Great.
Okay, now we'll go back and I'll go past my mistake. That Gemini, it's a trickster.
That's true.
Were you paying? Sue Ann was paying attention. No, that's really the test. I'm teasing. All right. So on January 29th and 30th, there is going to be a phenomenal event. We have facilitators like Joy Ferguson, and we also have some brand new women that you have not seen before joining our array, and we're just going to have so many great topics. There'll be meditation, there'll be movement, there'll be interplay, there will be artwork there. So there's just going to be a wide variety of things to help you claim your sovereignty as a woman. And just as importantly, how do we be sovereign and live in community? That's going to be the theme of our event.
That's good.
Yeah, so the 29th and 30th, don't worry if you can't be there the whole time. Everything will be recorded except for the breakout rooms. And so you'll have the content, and if you go to wisetransformation.com, you can find all the details, and it's at a low price because we really want as many women as we can gather of $139. So we're all very excited about it, getting us ready for 2022. And as many of you know, I love teaching the priestess process and widening our circle. So I'm starting a new circle of the Path of the 21st Century Priestess on February 2nd, which is in bulk 2022. And if you want any information about that, you can go to wisetransformation.com. That is a 9-month journey where we learn all about communing with the divine of our understanding on the inner, and then transforming and coming out as a priestess and giving to the world from a sacred place. It's really a beautiful process. And I'm going to move my mic. I can feel my. So before we call in sacred space. All right. So we're going to get started and just ask that any and all parts of you come back to the body. As you breathe in, you call in all parts of yourself to be here and now. As we express gratitude for the earthly realm, for our bodies, for this beautiful planet that we get to call home, and gratitude for all of the blessings that we've received in this very tumultuous year. And we just ask that the waters of rejuvenation and love flow through us, flow among us, and let us feel an upliftment of the power of love with water. And as we take a deep breath, we just feel the expansion of air. The ability to have vibrational attunement modalities and to know how to change our vibration with our thoughts and our focus. And we call on the transformation of fire today. Full moons are a great time to let go, which is a great fire teaching, letting go. And we just ask Spirit to infuse each woman here and each woman listening to the recording that grace and trust and a unified field be with you. So that as you communicate with the divine about what your next steps are for this Gemini full moon, getting ready for the winter solstice, we just ask Spirit to clearly communicate what we each need and how Spirit wants to move with us and through us. And so it is. So when we have a full moon, the full moon and the sun are in opposite archetypes. It can also be a great release phase. It's a wonderful time to review what you've been working on and make adjustments. And this is a particularly powerful time because of the closeness to the December solstice and the fact that this is a rare time when all of humanity or most of humanity is turning towards the sacred in whatever way is true for them. So this is a powerful window. And we have a Sagittarius sun, and Sagittarius is a fire sign that uses a lot of fuel. It is the most expansive fire. It has very much the truth-seeking explorer energy, and we can burn out using fire in this way. So we have to be very mindful. But this is the fire that allows us to see what is true for us and to allow our truth to change and mature as we change and mature. What's true for us in one phase of our life may no longer be a truth for us. And we use meaning as our compass with Sagittarius. So what is true and what is meaningful are things that we need to ponder and contemplate so that we're sure to be using the fire of that light to guide us. And we're in the full moon of Gemini, which is an air sign. So we have both fire and air working, which is the masculine axis, which usually is about more action. Although this is also a time of dark, so it's a time to rest as well. But you want to pay attention to what's happening for you around what is fun, what is easy, what makes you, what lights your creative spark at this time. And how can the divine muse work with you at this time? Whether you have Gemini in your chart or not, the divine muse uses Gemini as a way to maneuver through and speak to you, communicate with you. So you just want to be open and aware of what new ideas, what is sparked for you right now, what's got your attention, what are you contemplating for the new year? All these things are at play at this time. So our first journal question, when we look at Gemini and Sagittarius together, full moon in Gemini and sun in Sagittarius, what brings fun and meaning to you at this time? What brings fun and meaning? And I'll just play a little piece of music for you to journal with. No worries if you're not quite done. I just want to be respectful of our time. And so I'm just going to ask if you don't mind when you're finished, if you want to put done or anything that you want to share in the chat, or you can talk on camera. It's perfectly fine. I just want to be sure to give everybody time to complete their journaling. Look like everybody, energetically, I was feeling it looked like everybody was just about done. So anybody want to share? Oh, Michelle says deep reflection is fun and meaningful for me right now. Deep reflection. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Michelle. So appreciate it.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Right now I'm enjoying creating some presents for my family,
Oh, beautiful.
getting ready, and connecting with stones and stars.
Oh, what a nice combination, Carol. Stones and stars.
Yes, there we are.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And then Sue Ann says, working and playing with people, not happening now. Especially doing creative projects or playing games, community work to help others. Beautiful, Sue Ann. Beautiful. All right.
This time of year, I really enjoy getting together with friends and breaking bread and perhaps swapping books or silly presents without any pressure. And also, year-end goals and action items and making my last run to Goodwill for the year and decluttering and just feeling a sense of completion.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joy. Anybody else? All right. So for these calls, because the majority of our community is familiar with this deck, we use Lisa Michaels' Elemental Forces of Creation Oracle. But if you happen to have Bonnie Salamon's wonderful deck, Wisdom of Aging, you can use that. But I pull cards on behalf of the collective. And if you have your own deck, I encourage everyone to pull their own cards for this part of our ceremony. And if the question I ask doesn't resonate for you, don't feel like you have to stick with it. You can ask the element directly, earth, air, water, fire, spirit. What do you want me to know at this time? Or you can ask for guidance around the right question to ask. So I give prompts here just as guidance. They're not meant as a, have to, they're just guidance. So the first thing I came up with was I pulled containment as the earth card for the collective. And I love the phrase order and organization. It's a phrase that I use in crystalline consciousness technique a lot, which is the energy healing work I do. And where do you need order and organization at this time? And I want to invite you to the concept that there can be order and organization on the inner that is needed as much as the outer. So where do you need order and organization at this time? Where does it feel like that fits for you? And if that question isn't resonant for you, ask Earth what it wants you to know.
Go, 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 go. Oops.
Welcome, Maria.
Thank you.
Can you give me a thumbs up if you're done, or put in the chat? Okay. Whoop, not done yet. Okay. Okay, keep working if you're not done. I just want to share that Michelle has a beautiful comment here. I pulled honoring cycles. Good reminder, since I tend to fall into the habit of pushing and rushing. Earth cycles do not rush. They happen in divine timing. And a gentle reminder to honor even the dark cycles, for they always lead to the light. Very true, Michelle. sharing. If anyone else wants to share when they're complete, that would be awesome.
So one of my areas of organization, we talked about the physical, of which I've got a pretty good handle on it. And as far as inner organization, I find that writing daily intentions down is huge, especially when I include something spiritual, whether it's meditation or oracle cards or journaling, etc., as well as an action, because I have a tendency to not be very physical in this world. And so even if it's doing 10 sit-ups or push-ups or whatever, doing something every day that supports me mentally and physically, I think is huge.
Very good, Joy. Thank you. And Sue Ann shares, I need to find ways to feel more grounded, to connect to the earth element more, to order my life for these next 2 weeks so I can heal from my fall and go to Mexico as planned. Though I don't want to, this must be a quiet, healing time for me. I'd rather be partying. Oh. Thank you, Sue Ann, for sharing. So appreciate you. Carol shares, order and organization is what I've been doing in the kitchen and will soon move on to my sewing material. Really enjoying the breathing. It brings joy. Yes, really does. Thank you, Carol. Anyone else want to share? Don't have to. Okay. So we're going to move on to the water element. And I happen to pull the clear, clean, and current card for the collective. If you have your own deck, please pull a card for water. And joy is not a word that we use except for around this time of year quite a bit. And I really think it's an emotion that we need to become more familiar with. So what brings joy and fun into your awareness? What brings joy and fun into your awareness? So I'll start off and share something. Let me stop the music. I recognize how much water walking, getting to walk in the water, brings me joy and fun. Okay. Michelle pulled feeling guidance. I've been going very deep with this lately, going deep into feeling my natural ability to know when to be active and when to be receptive. I also have been discovering on a deeper level to get curious when I'm in internal conflict instead of judge. Curiosity brings clarity. What a true statement. Curiosity brings clarity. Thank you, Michelle. And Judy pulled regeneration. Renew spirit of life and bring back inner child of joy and curiosity and exploration. Well said. So Anne says, joking with my son and friends who enjoy creating humor with me, playing the role of spiritual punster, Guru Maya Yomama, Guru Maya Yomama, which I recently did at Unity North Atlanta. Sunday mornings, parties that emphasize play. I got to hang out with you more, Sue Ann. Let me just tell you that. Watching silly movies, reading Dave Barry, singing and dancing, working with children in nature, being with the little ones. Yeah, they know so much about this, don't they? The little ones. Beautiful. We have one more. Oh, and hot tubs, Sue Ann added in. Mine's all sort of a hot tub. It is a heated swimming pool, so. I love that you all have a lot of answers to this question. Very, very good. Very, very good, ladies. Keep up the good play. Okay. Now we move to air. I pulled freedom for the air card. And since Gemini is all about communication and ideas, I got the question, what new ideas are percolating inside you? What new ideas are percolating inside you? shares. Oh, I wanted to go back and I'll share Carol's comment and then I'll read another comment from Sue Ann. Taking up knitting after stopping for 40 years. Wow. Creating a new women's circle group with neighbors. How beautiful, Carol. Love it. Sue Ann said, yes, freedom has been missing since I broke my wrist and damaged hip and ankle when I fell on Sunday. I've been at the mercy of my friend I've been staying with and realized how much I need and love freedom. New ideas? That's what I need right now to work my way through this enforced recovery time, which I can't do the fun things I had planned. The big new idea was finding a new way to get myself and my car home. Well, I did, so I can congratulate myself for that. And I need to think of some more new ideas. Beautiful, Sue Ann.
One thing I have on my list is doing road trips this year. I'm close to home. I've been paying more attention to magazine articles that talk about different spots in the state of Georgia, which would just be a day trip or a fun road trip. So that's kind of on my fun list of things to do.
Wonderful. You know, one thing I love about car travel and air travel both is that everybody's traveling at the same speed when you're in a car together and you are in an airplane together. And it brings very interesting synchrony because you're all traveling at the same speed. So I think that sounds like a great deal of fun, Joy. Just pausing here in case anyone else wants to share. Okay. Let's move on to that Sagittarius fire next. Now that we've been at the Gemini air, let's go to the fire. I got growth as our card for today from the deck. That's what I pulled for the collective. But in order to grow, sometimes we need to let things go. So I just put up what is being asked to release at this, being released at this time. And if that doesn't resonate for you, just ask fire what message it has. Okay, Michelle pulled altered states from the deck. And I've been doing a lot of shamanic work lately. Journeys, candle meditations, chanting, going beyond the senses. It is a whole new world. It truly is. Truly is, Michelle. Thank you for that. My original plans for this time, Sue Ann has to let go of. Lots of tears. Need for accomplishment and activity in the physical world, have to release that. So good awareness, Sue Ann. Good awareness. Just give a second, see if anybody else wants to share their wisdom.
My thought was to eat more consciously. I have a tendency to eat when I'm doing other things. So you're not really like I was eating at the beginning of this meeting. And I think being more conscious would be healthier for my body. And the other thing is to work more with intentions versus it feels like I go with the flow a lot. So setting my daily intentions and then planning what I want to accomplish, I think is huge.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joy. Appreciate everybody sharing. It really contributes to the wisdom of the whole. And, there's some very wise women here every time we meet. So it's just great. All right, coming around to spirit. I pulled the compassion card for the collective from, again, Lisa Michaels, Elemental Forces of Oracle. And where are you being called to bring more truth, meaning, and direct communication with the divine was the question that came to me. So if this question doesn't resonate for you, just ask Spirit what it wants you to know at this time of the Gemini full moon. Beautiful. Let me pause the music. Michelle had to leave a bit early, lovely ladies. Great to spend time with all of you. Sue Ann shares, I need more compassion for myself to balance the helpless, guilty, and ashamed feelings of being a burden to others. I need to renew what was, before this fall, a daily connection with the divine through the Mayan and Sufi teachings that have for so long been a support for me. Very good awareness, Sue Ann. Step back to those things that support you. Good idea. Judy shares, compassion and life purpose go hand in hand. Yes, they do. My beautiful friend. Carol shares, bring more joyful, childlike magic in my life for me and others around me, and continue to anchor the divine within. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, again, just pausing in case anybody else wants to share.
One of my thoughts was to enjoy the quiet time and stop feeling the need to fill the void with doing something.
Oh, that's a beautiful awareness for this time of year. Thank you, Joy, for your wisdom. Okay, so now's a chance to pull it all together as we come to the close to the close here. When you look at your messages from the elements, earth, water, air, fire, and spirit, what would be an intention, or what would be something that you can work with to really be intentional at this full moon in Gemini when you put it all together? Thank you, Judy. Carol shares a pure and simple intention to connect with crystals, stones, and stars to create and bring about joyful magic. So glad you all are here. Okay, let's see. Sue-Ann, intentionally working with the elements each day. Pay attention to sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset, phases of the moon. Find ways to be more compassionate and put some sort of joy into lying around and doing nothing. Ways to feel grounded. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So while everyone else is finishing up, I want to remind you, come back Monday on the same Zoom link to be with Bonnie Salamon at 1 o'clock for our winter solstice community ceremony. I know it will be beautiful. Bonnie always brings incredible wisdom and new information and just a connection that is beyond compare. So come back, see us again. Anyone else have anything else they want to share? Just give another minute here. Okay. Big thanks. Yes, big thanks all around. I do want to tell you, I have decided to give myself a little present. Turns out that the next new moon is on the 2nd of January. So I'm going to do a pre-recording. Maria shares, being more creative every day. Thank you. Maria, I'm so glad you were here. Thank you for chatting with us. So I'm going to, it's the new moon in Capricorn is January 2nd, 2022. I am going to do a pre-recording. So you will get notice via email when it's up on the YouTube channel, or if you want sooner notice, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Wise Transformation LLC. And as soon as I post the recording, you'll get the notification that it's up there for you to enjoy for the Capricorn new moon ceremony, which I will put together, and I'll add in a CCT healing, which will be like a bonus for you all to enjoy for January 2nd, 2022. But please come back Monday, enjoy Bonnie's wisdom and being together for the winter solstice preparation. And of course, put January 29th and 30th on your calendar. You will not regret it. It is going to be something quite special. I appreciate every one of you who are here live or listening to our recordings. You are our community and we value you. Your wisdom, your grace, and your love are gifts every day of the year. But in this holiday season, we wish you peace, we wish you joy, and we wish you connection. Be well. See you soon.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.